Although his departure was painful, but I got some sense of relief. I don't know why. It was as if I've put down some heavy load.
Ever since Floyd Shivambu's resignation, things have never been the same for EFF or Julius Malema for that fact. We've seen a lot of other members such as Dalimpofu and Busisiwe Mkhwebane leave the EFF to join the MK party and its leader Jacob Zuma, which has never sat well with Malema. He's been bitter ever since and angry at unnecessary people.
I don't know what you want me to answer on Ndlozi, because I never said anything about Ndlozi. So do not bring your Shebin gossip to me and want me to glorify some toilet discussion. I'm not part of that. EFF has never said anything. If we've got anything to tell you, we'll communicate it. So when you gossip at Kitchener's in Bramfontein, and then after gossiping at Kitchener's, you want us to be part of Kitchener's discussions, don't involve us in any of those things. We don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, his party is basically falling off in hard times like this, and whatever he and Floyd Shivambu built might end in dust. Just so you know, there's a lot more to Malema and Shivambu's separation, which has recently been revealed by Malema. Floyd Shivambu has recently been made the Secretary General of Umkhonto weSizwe, and we've seen him happy, celebrating his victory and going from interviews to interviews, telling lies about making changes, preventing dirty money from going into the state, when he knows very well that he should be the last person saying that, judging from the source of their funds.
We are founding an organization, and if you want to base that organization on elective conferences, you're going to make it vulnerable and accessible to factional politics, but also to influence of money that is going to come from wrong sources to influence its direction and even capture it for wrong purposes.
How much have you given MK for its campaign?
I don't know. You know, I don't count money. I must be honest with you. I give away 9, if I've got 10 rand with me, I give 9 rand away. So every single time I enter my estate, I give all the security 200 rand, and when I go to the shop, I give them 200 rand again, and when I go to another appointment, I give them 200 rand again. I never count. Maybe Daisy counts. She's got a book and she writes, but I never count money, because I'm only copper. I'm only giving money from God that He gives me, my right hand to my left hand. So in between, I sometimes don't know what is happening.
Recently, Shivambu characterized his ties with Malema as a political relationship on a podcast. That's not all. Julius Malema has recently sent a warning to Floyd Shivambu and threatened him to spill the beans should he be pushed. Now what beans? The real reason behind his resignation, his agenda with Jacob Zuma, or what? Check this out for yourselves.
I have no problem, none whatsoever, with any individual who is here, who's a non-performer, who is a factionalist, who's a divisive person, and I can't say that about any of these people. What they do after that is their own issues, because I had a discussion with the SG when Cape Town and about Floyd, and I said, you know, Floyd must come back. I don't see anything. If Floyd was not there, we didn't have to impress him. We were sitting, I was drinking, coffee. SG was drinking hard things as usual, because I don't do. And we were talking generally, and that's why I asked him, where does this one come from? Because even in the most private, useless, meaningless conversation, there's never been anything like that. Whatever they do, it will be out of their own judgment. He says, I'm not his brother, but I regarded him as my brother. If he doesn't feel the same about me, it's his own problem. So I did everything for him as a brother. I did. And I must be challenged one day and be pushed. I will talk. Don't push me. So, what we are doing here as colleagues is to deliver a mandate of 5 years in 3 years. Divisive leader should have asked for 2 more years. We were supposed to sit here for 7 years, national chair, because we lost our 2 years. We didn't do anything in 2 years. But even in that 2 years, the EFF was the most active political organization, used innovation, creative methods to make sure that we keep our members abreast and informed of what is going to happen.
If you ask me, this is really deep because it tells us something else. Apparently, Shivambu does not recognize him as a brother, and their recent interviews tell me that there's some kind of a grudge between the two, which won't be in the dark for too long. The EFF is holding its elective conference next month, and there's obviously a lot more to come. My name is Jay, and this is Moment in Future, pulling you into the truth.